Imagine building not just a terminal, but a city for planes, for people in motion, for the future of international travel. This is the scale of ambition behind Singapore's Changi Airport Terminal 5. Already hailed as the world's best airport 12 times by Skytrax, Changi is no stranger to innovation, but with Terminal 5, Singapore is raising the bar yet again. This is not just another expansion, it is a $10 billion undertaking designed to transform not just air travel, but how the world thinks about infrastructure, sustainability, and survival in a post-pandemic world. From crisis to opportunity. In 2019, Singapore's aviation sector was thriving. Changi Airport welcomed over 68 million passengers that year, a record high, and forecasts suggested that number would more than double by 2040, reaching 140 million passengers annually. That's more than the entire population of Japan passing through a single airport every year. But the global pandemic brought that momentum to a sudden and painful halt. As COVID-19 swept across the world, borders closed, flights vanished, and terminals once filled with travelers fell silent. Singapore's aviation revenue plunged by over 98%. Airlines grounded their fleets, and iconic spaces like the Jewel at Changi, once bustling with tourists and shoppers, echoed with emptiness. While other nations scrapped or postponed their airport expansion plans, Singapore made a different choice. Rather than abandon Terminal 5, it paused the project, not to retreat, but to redesign. The government and planners saw the pandemic not as a defeat, but as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to future-proof the airport experience. Over the next 2 years, Terminal 5 was completely reimagined. It was no longer just a project focused on increasing capacity and passenger flow. It became a blueprint for resilience, adaptability, and security in an uncertain world. Designing for a post-pandemic world, Terminal 5's updated design was shaped by the hard lessons of the pandemic. Biometric check-ins and touchless kiosks were integrated to minimize physical contact. Health safety took center stage. The terminal was redesigned with the ability to isolate specific zones quickly, enabling the containment of potential outbreaks without needing to shut down the entire facility. Artificial intelligence now powers systems that predict congestion before it happens, allowing staff to redirect flows and avoid bottlenecks. Even the ventilation was re-engineered. With HEPA filters and directional airflow systems, the terminal is now equipped to reduce airborne disease transmission significantly. This forward thinking doesn't stop with biological threats. Terminal 5 is also being designed to withstand cyber attacks, climate disasters, and disruptions we may not yet be able to predict. Singapore's planners understand that resilience means preparing for the unknown, reclaiming land from the sea. That mindset extends to the very land Terminal 5 is being built on, over 1,080 hectares of reclaimed land, an area roughly the size of 2,000 football fields. But reclaiming land from the sea is not as simple as it sounds. Engineers had to stabilize the foundation using more than 100 million cubic meters of infill. This material was layered, compacted, and treated through deep soil mixing to ensure that the land remains firm even during seismic events. Climate change, another looming global threat, was taken into account from the start. Engineers raised the entire site by more than 5 meters to protect it from sea level rise and extreme storm surges. This move aligns with Singapore's broader climate adaptation strategy and reflects the country's commitment to building infrastructure that can stand the test of time. An underground city of its own. Beneath the surface of Terminal 5, a vast utility corridor runs through the site. This underground network houses power systems, communication lines, water infrastructure, and even tunnels for driverless baggage transport. Meanwhile, wildlife corridors around the site were incorporated into the design to preserve biodiversity and minimize disruption to local ecosystems. Precision planning on a national scale. The planning process for Terminal 5 has been nothing short of extraordinary. Every cubic meter of earth was accounted for. The location of tree roots was mapped using digital tools. The East Coast Parkway, one of Singapore's busiest highways, runs close to the site, and the current airport operations had to continue uninterrupted throughout the construction. Managing all of this required a level of precision and foresight that borders on choreography, a carefully synchronized national effort where every movement was planned years in advance. Architecture that breathes. The terminal itself is a testament to design excellence. Created by the internationally acclaimed architecture firms KPF and Heatherwick Studio, Terminal 5's structure blends futuristic technology with natural inspiration. The roof of the terminal is shaped like a canopy of tropical leaves, echoing the natural ventilation found in rainforests. Sunlight filters through in strategically placed areas, reducing the need for artificial lighting by up to 40%. This is not just a visual effect, it's an environmental strategy. Inside, Terminal 5 will be one of the largest indoor green environments in any airport worldwide. Over 100,000 square meters of greenery will be woven into the space, with vertical gardens, indoor waterfalls, and serene water features creating a calming, immersive experience. These natural elements serve a purpose beyond aesthetics. Research shows that greenery reduces passenger stress, improves mood, and even dampens ambient noise levels. Sustainability at the core. Underpinning this green philosophy is a powerful commitment to sustainability. The entire terminal will run on a district cooling system powered by renewable energy. A massive 2-gigawatt solar farm capable of generating electricity for over 1.5 million homes will supply much of the airport's energy needs. All ground service vehicles will be electric. Baggage handling will be managed by autonomous robots, which also clean and patrol the terminal, guided by LiDAR sensors and artificial intelligence systems. Terminal 5 is also smart, very smart. A centralized control system will monitor everything from crowd density and energy consumption to passenger walking speeds and lighting usage. This interconnected system enables real-time responsiveness. If one area of the terminal becomes too crowded, the system can redirect passengers using dynamic signage or deploy more staff to that zone. The entire terminal is designed to think and adapt in real time, a strategic necessity in a global race. But why go to such lengths? The answer lies in Singapore's unique geopolitical position. Unlike countries with sprawling domestic travel markets, every single flight to or from Singapore is international. That makes regional dominance not just an economic advantage, but a strategic necessity. And Singapore is not the only player in this high-stakes game. Istanbul's mega airport has plans to accommodate 200 million passengers. Dubai's Al Maktoum International is targeting 260 million. Doha's Hamad International is pouring money into combining luxury with cutting-edge technology. For Singapore to maintain its edge, Terminal 5 is not optional, it's essential. Airports today are not just transport hubs, they are national branding tools, economic growth engines, and crucial nodes in the global network. Terminal 5 is Singapore's counter-move in an increasingly competitive and geopolitically charged aviation landscape. Changi East, the airport power district. Terminal 5 is just part of a broader vision. Changi East Urban District, a futuristic hub where travel, business, and lifestyle merge. The area will feature hotels, offices, R&D centers, warehouses, and entertainment, all built with smart zoning and vertical density. Picture landing in Singapore, checking into a hotel above your gate, attending meetings nearby, and flying out, all within a day without leaving the district. This integrated zone, connected by autonomous shuttles and new MRT lines, is already under development, turning a bold vision into reality. Simulated before it's built, every element of the Changi East Urban District is being modeled in a full 3D digital twin, a virtual simulation that lets planners optimize pedestrian flow, energy use, noise impact, and more before construction even begins. In a land-scarce country like Singapore, every square meter counts, and this kind of simulation ensures no resource is wasted. A new era for global travel. Singapore isn't just building an airport, it's creating a smart, adaptive ecosystem that could redefine global air travel. Terminal 5 is a bold $10 billion vision of the future, blending technology, sustainability, and design on reclaimed land. If successful, it won't just shape Singapore's future, it could set the global standard for post-pandemic climate-ready infrastructure. In this new era, the sky is no longer the limit. For Singapore, it's just the beginning. If you found this journey into the future of air travel as fascinating as we did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We've got more game-changing builds, futuristic mega projects, and behind-the-scenes looks at the world's boldest ideas coming your way, so stay tuned.